Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. On first down, Mayo. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayo. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Meyer. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Goff. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Looking to throw. Mayo, and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to throw. Mayo, and Jones has it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you, you know. If people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
12.
Here's Goff. Flushed out under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he's going to go down again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on down.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on second down. Mayo is complete to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Let's round.
From the gun on third down, Mayo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Mayo being chased out left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now a first down throw, gone. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Goff off the bootleg, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And got his man complete. And finally he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. They run the counter now on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Webb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So the offense has it 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Mayo flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could to kick that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Fresh set of downs here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 1st and 10, Goff escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Our ball. Here we go. 2, 2. 12, 12. Check 3.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Mayo. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Mayo. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And avoids the contact by sliding. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this one is right through. And the Bills have taken the lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Goff. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Cameron Hayward with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Mayo eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayo. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Mayo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Off the play fake. Mayo. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Off play action. Mayo. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 4th down. Mayo and able to find Graham, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chain.